we know that the anti-PD-1 space in the stage 4 setting is pretty well established. I mean, we're now coming up on 6 years that we've been giving anti-PD-1 agents for people with advanced non-small cell lung cancer in the setting of, say, high PD-L1, or probably about 5 years in combination with chemotherapy, and regardless of what the PD-L1 status is. And unfortunately, nothing has really improved on that quite yet. There are some studies combining PD-1s with, say, anti-CTLA4 antibodies, which also seem to be beneficial, although not clearly superior to chemotherapy and PD-1 agents alone. I think what we are seeing now is people capitalizing on this by performing multiple trials of other PD-1 and PD-L1 agents, and these seem to be having very similar results to the original, say, Keynote 189, Keynote 407 studies that led to the approval in the United States of Pembrolizumab in combination with chemotherapy, or Pembrolizumab alone compared to chemotherapy. The issue that is now coming up, though, is that trials that were done after the approval of Pembrolizumab, or at least accrued after the approval of Pembrolizumab in the United States, are being done outside the United States using chemotherapy alone still as the control arm, which hasn't been the standard here for a long time. And even though these trials are clearly positive and clearly showing a very similar benefit to what was seen in the older studies, the FDA is now concerned about, how ethical it is and whether there's really an unmet need to continue to approve these drugs based upon the older study design with what is clearly an inferior control arm. So I think it's a very interesting concept that now we're seeing people actually pay attention to how important the control arm is, and how important it is that it be a true standard of care for approval of drugs. And so I'm not sure how many more of these drugs are going to get approved based upon the current trial designs.